Is it just me, or is food not fooding right now? Like, I've been a chef for nearly 30 years. I went and bought some inexpensive $10 a pound 80/20 Black Angus to make burgers on the grill today. While it's cooking, the smell hit my nose, and I said, this don't smell right. I pull it apart, I look at it, I get it done, and then I realize it's like Play-Doh. See, ground beef, when it comes out of the extruder, it has strings, and you can see them in the ground beef. This was more like putty, almost like silly putty, like that slime that you see that they make burgers, like frozen burger patties with, institutionalized food. This is $10 a pound on sale, private selection, Black Angus, 80/20. And I'm going to tell you, it crumbles like it. This ain't beef. You can fool me all you want.
That looks disgusting. Let me see what the comment section has to say on this, because how many comments did this one get? 24,000 comments. Someone said, one of the most top like comments, 17,000 likes. This person said, chef for 25 years. Just in the last 5 years, I've noticed everything is different and so many fake ingredients and chemicals. People underneath that comment agreed. And one person said, this is why I want property to raise our own beef cows, dairy cows, meat chickens, egg chickens, and goats, and a mini greenhouse and outdoor garden. I'm good on all that. Like, I'd rather go to the farmer's market or hire a private chef when it's time to, and invest into one that actually gets organic grown everything. You know what I'm saying? And cooks with that. I'm good on all that, because you're signing yourself up for a bigger job. Let's be honest. Most of us work 40 plus hours a week. I ain't got time to be slaughtering no animals or anything like that. I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? But let me know if you know somebody who does grow their own, if you grow your own, and what is your experience with it and why? Is this the only reason why, or is there more reasons why people are not wanting to get food from these bigger grocery stores because it's just fake? All right, let's continue on to the next video.
So I've had the ability to go into certain like big box stores recently, like several times a day. I'm talking about Costco, Sam's, BJ's. And one thing that has shown me, there is absolutely no way that anything, when I say, I mean anything.
I just hope that I feel like she's going to go ahead and say that anything is real. Okay, I am now a Sam's Club shopper, but
we're eating is actual food. Nothing. And I say that to say, when you see how much, first of all, I'm going to speak on Costco itself. That place is busy from the time it opens to the time it closes. I'm talking about shoulder to people just everywhere. Big items, everything big. You got shelves on top of shelves. When this pallet run out, they got a pallet right behind it ready to put out more food. The rate that we are over consuming, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm going in these stores several times a day. It's busy nonstop. Several times a day. We are over consuming. That nothing grows that fast. And I know what somebody gonna say, oh, it's farms all over the world, all that stuff. Yeah, all over the world, feeding them countries. Think about it. I mean, just really think about it. Think about the food that's going to every Costco in your city, every Sam's in your city, every BJ's just in your city. Just in your city. Then think about all the smaller stores, the Publixes, the Krogers, the Aldis, the Trader Joe's, or whatever store is in your area, Fry's, Safeway, whatever stores are in your area. Think about all the food that's going there too. Think about all the food that's on the shelves, all the food that's in the freezers, all the food that's in the coolers, all the food that's on its way. Then just think about the natural cycles of life. All of it.
Now, she's making a lot of sense here. The natural cycles of life is going to take a lot longer for a chicken to be born in order to be a size to where we're eating it, and it's a full chicken breast or whatnot. You know, I'm not no farmer, but it's easy to say the chicken can be eaten quicker than it takes to actually grow a chicken.
Nothing grows that fast. This is like, I made a video a couple years back and I took it down because people were trying to come at me, but talking about, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Human hair, nothing grows that fast. There is a natural cycle that these things have to go through, whether it's an apple, a carrot, hell, even growing a damn cow. Birthing and the natural process, nothing goes that fast. Even if you pump it with steroids, which I'm pretty sure they was probably doing that at one point, there's nothing.
I honestly believe they still are. I mean, why would they stop? You know what I'm saying? And I believe it's safe to say, you know, the cheaper your food is, the more chances it is for you to obviously be eating some type of imitation meat. I mean, people eat imitation crab meat and they know it's imitation crab meat. You know what I'm saying? So I believe it's became a norm. And because the health issues aren't front facing until, you know, later down the road, and then there's so many medications, and then there's so many possibilities as to why someone has a certain medical condition, possibly, that it's became a norm, right? And that funds big pharma as well. All right. So we always dial it back down to the money. We know it's a life cycle between these chickens and these cows and everything that people eat that's meat or even vegetables or even fruits. But at the end of the day, there's a life cycle as well to us. And it funds the health insurance companies. It funds, you know, big pharma. It's a whole ecosystem. And obviously, the cheaper your food is, the more likely it is for it to be some type of imitation or altered with. That's just the truth of the matter. Now, the way I believe we should be going forward in this type of crisis is to be motivated to make that money. At the end of the day, y'all, I don't believe in looking at an issue and then accepting it for what it is if you know you can change it. We know we can change the conditions of our life based on the access of money that we have. How would you have your own farm if you don't have money? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have money to live a higher quality lifestyle. You know, I don't agree with this type of thing, but I know I'm not going to be the one to change the world into giving everybody, you know, actual authentic food and meat. What are your thoughts on this in the comment section down below, though? I want to know.
Can't grow that fast. I need people to really think about it. And everybody's saying, oh, eat healthy, eat. Nothing is actual food. You cannot convince me, bro. I'm watching people leave, come. Baskets full of paper towels, baskets full of tissue, baskets of apples, meats, big hunks and chunks of meat that's going out all day. They replace it with more. Where these cows? And let me tell you, I do see. I'm in North Carolina, so I get to go out to outskirts too. So I see farms and stuff like that. It ain't that many goddamn cows out there. Not enough to keep reproducing. It's not enough. You cannot tell me. I remember just sitting there, and I know people were probably looking at me like I was crazy. I was just sitting there in awe when, like, it really just clicked. Like, bro, ain't none of this shit real.
So the question becomes, what are you going to do about it? That's my question. That's the question of the day. What are you going to do about it? Let's see what the comment section has to say. One person commented with, and they got 19,000 likes on this one. Someone said, in off-season foods, I remember in the 80s, you could not buy strawberries or watermelons because they were out of season. Now you can get no flavor watermelons and strawberries all year round. Yeah, GMO, 100%. I remember in middle school, I'm 27 years old. So middle school was about 12 years ago, right? Roughly 12 years ago. Let's just say that, right? I was 5. Actually, today's my birthday. So I'm 28. So anyways, 13 years ago, 13 years ago, I was 15 years old. I remember doing a lab where we got strawberry DNA and extracted the DNA from it. And I always wonder, I'm like, well, why would we need to extract strawberry DNA? Clone. Like, what would you do with strawberry DNA? Let's be honest. Like, you don't taste the strawberry and be like, oh, the DNA is so delicious. I wish I could sprinkle some strawberry DNA on this, cheesecake or whatever. No, it's literally cloning it. And this is how you get seedless grapes. This is how you get seedless watermelons. We already know this is something that's more of the past, but it's being re-brought up because social media. Now, if you want to live a healthier lifestyle, you're going to have to make more money at the end of the day. Or what are you doing to help yourself make sure that you're actually eating authentic food? Do you even care? I believe most people don't care. I do. Because if I have a chance to control an outcome, which is having a healthier body, possibly living longer, right? Then I'm going to take every chance of doing that. But you need to have money. You need to have money. Whether you want to own your farm, have a private chef, or have higher quality groceries, it doesn't matter. You're going to need more resources. Another person commented, Soylent Green, watch it. And, I don't want to get too deep into this, but I read the comment section a little bit earlier, and somebody was talking about how that might be some like human meat. It sounds disgusting. I really don't want to watch that. I'm very, very visual. I'm good. But if you've seen it, let me know in the comment section down below. Some details. I'm curious. Another person commented and said, y'all really need to look at ingredients. Yeah, most people don't even look at the calories in their food. So they're not looking at the ingredients. Half the time when you look at the ingredients, you can't even pronounce the actual word. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta look at the word and be like, damn, how do I pronounce this? It was made in a lab. I mean, let's be real. But again, most people just overlook it. They don't care. And that's perfectly fine. It all depends on what you set your standard to be. All right. Me, I want a higher quality life of living is when it comes down to food, when it comes down to living somewhere, location, when it comes down to driving the best cars, when it comes down to being the most fit. Like, I want the best of the best everywhere. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are comfortable. I'm just not one of them. Let's continue.
Is there anybody else scared to eat? I'm getting scared to eat. If I don't cook it myself, or if I don't know where the food came from, it's like I don't want to go to the supermarket anymore. I only want to go to those like vegetable markets where people bring in their produce and resell what they've grown at home. And I only want to get my meat from somebody who has a beef farm or a chicken farm. It's like I am scared to eat anything at the supermarket anymore. And God forbid I don't do fast food. But if you go do fast food, you better be really concerned. Is there anybody else?
Yeah, fast food is one of the places that we know that they definitely clone food at. I remember reading an article a couple years ago where it talked about KFC 3D printing their chicken. 3D printing their chicken. That sounds crazy. Now, I don't eat KFC. First of all, it's hella salty, so I'm good on that. But I do eat out sometimes, Popeyes or Chick-fil-A. I know they GMO their food too, and they add all types of chemicals and stuff. But the way I think about it is, I ain't gonna be in this situation forever. I'm looking for a way out. I'm working on a way out. Making more money, having multiple streams of income, investing into myself, investing into assets, investing into ownership, not just getting a paycheck and then spending the paycheck and then being like, well, this is the best as life gets. Like, no, I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? I know there's some people who live on this earth that don't go through those type of problems, right? They go through rich people or wealthy people problems. I'd rather have those type of problems. A lot of y'all might hate on that in the comment section down below and be like, well, you can't solve every problem. Well, I'm going to solve every problem, or I'm going to look to solve every problem that I can possibly solve. So at the end of the day, your living standards, your living habits, they all dictate how your life turns out. If you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's get it.